Dear Apple, this was the most useful and most impressive $700 I have ever spent, and you have now made it the most infuriating, irritating, worthless $700 purchase I have ever made. Let's get started. Alright, so we need to talk, Apple, because if you guys watched any of my previous tech videos, you know that one of them was a review of this external GPU. And it's not exactly the best value for a lot of people because it is an RX 580 for $700 with, a built-in, graphics or a built-in hub here. But you can buy RX 580s significantly cheaper and you can get Thunderbolt hubs significantly cheaper. The difference is the fact that I do a ton of multitasking on a daily basis to make sure that my videos can be recorded and edited and exported, all sort of overlapping one another. Because for me, I don't have a lot of time to play with to make these videos, so I have to have something that can let me do the work I need to and get something else done at the same time. And running my MacBook at the same time that I'm recording something never really yields the best results because it has to crank the fans up so much to keep it cool, which I expect from a laptop, but I don't have the money or the want to get a desktop. So this was the best solution. This was something that I saved up for, bought, and it was the quietest external GPU that I have ever used. The silence is worth its weight in gold for the fact that I can be rendering something at the exact same time that I'm recording something with the microphone mere inches away from where all the heavy lifting is going. Now, with all that being said, this was when Mojave was the main version of macOS. And now that we've got Catalina, the last 3 versions of the software that have come out have completely ruined the ability for Final Cut and Compressor to properly utilize this external GPU to any capacity. So when I originally bought this and hooked it up and ran a bunch of different video renders just to see how it would work, I was seeing improvements of anywhere in the neighborhood of about 1 to 2 minutes. So the improved speed was nice and it actually did help a lot with my workflow, but the biggest thing for me was the silence because this could be running at 100% for several hours on end and I wouldn't hear a sound from it, while, keep in mind, giving me 4 USB ports, 2 Thunderbolt connections, one of which charges the laptop, as well as a display output, and I use the other Thunderbolt to adapt to a different display. So it was the perfect power user tool. And Catalina, from version 10.15 to 10.15.1 to 10.15.2, has ruined any compatibility with this. And what torques me off even more is the fact that this is still being sold on Apple's website, which means that when Mojave was out, it made sense to sell it that way because you could then go in and say, oh, I'm going to buy this. You buy it, you go in, you see that it all works perfectly, you're a happy customer. Congratulations, you now have improved your speeds by 2 minutes and you don't hear a sound. That's awesome. But now, in 2020 and previously in 2019, when Catalina launched, you would be purchasing this, getting it home, and not seeing any improvements. You're actually seeing drawbacks with this GPU. So before I sat down to record this video, I did some tests just to see what this was giving me in terms of performance when it came to rendering out videos. And the video I rendered out was actually my review for the Blue Yeti mic. You can check out the video right over there. And when I did the test with the eGPU, it took 11 minutes to record. And I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was kind of weird that it was taking 11 minutes because I knew it wasn't utilizing the internal GPU. And with Apple, they actually do a ton of optimization with whatever GPU you happen to be using. So 11 minutes to export a 4K completely raw recorded video. It was all done in log, so there was color profiles and all that. 11 minutes. Just keep that number in mind. Then I ran the test without being connected to the 2 displays, just laptop open, eGPU running it. That was it. And again, I got 11 minutes, almost exactly the same time as before. Then I unplugged everything except for power. I disconnected the eGPU, I sat the laptop down on the desk, I plugged it into the wall with the included power adapter, and I ran the same test again. And I managed to, in an RX 560X, 2 iterations down from this graphics card, I think on average about 40% less powerful of a GPU, it rendered it in 4 minutes. Yeah, So going from a fully capable desktop grade GPU, cooled efficiently, this thing never gets above about 50 degrees Celsius during a long render time when it was working. All of that, jumping down to a different GPU, saved me almost 7 minutes. So, as a result of this catastrophic failure of a GPU that I now have in my possession with no hope or no signs of any sort of fix in the near future, I had to take it out from what I was already using it for entirely, just take it out of my entire workflow, put it here for the time being because I'm doing a video of it, and switch back to running everything off of the internal graphics of my laptop because those are actually well optimized. Like, Apple, you are still selling this and the eGPU Pro and the little Sonnet Mini eGPU while you can't even get an eGPU to work properly on your own operating system. What the f*** is wrong with you? Why would you sell this? Why would you continue to sell this? And if you are going to continue to sell it at its insane $700 premium, you should be damn sure that you're going to be fixing it. And it's not a Blackmagic problem. I know it's not a Blackmagic problem because I went onto Blackmagic's website and actually downloaded the newest firmware, updated to the latest firmware, which claimed to be better optimized for Catalina or whatever the hell they were saying about it being better with Mac OS. And it was basically just a firmware update. It did nothing for the overall performance that I am lacking after having spent $700 of my hard-earned money to purchase this for the benefits that you advertised it for. And in the process of trying to figure out what was wrong with this and trying to fix things, that brought up other issues that I have with Mac OS. And believe me, I love Apple products. I have an iPhone, and it's the newest, biggest, baddest iPhone. I use an Apple Watch on a daily basis. I use a freaking set of AirPods. I bought a pair of AirPods Pro. My iPad Pro is one of the best tablets I've ever bought. I'm not saying this because I want to, shill or anything like that. I love Apple products, but there are things that you do that piss me off to no end when it comes to your desktop and laptop consumers. At the end of the day, we are your customers. And if you're going to screw us over on the desktop side of things, why would you even bother to make something that is not going to be supported past one version of Mac OS? Like, seriously, one version of Mac OS, and we are now completely incapable of using something like this after spending $700 for the privilege. Like, if you guys couldn't tell, this is a rant video. I mean, I love Apple products, and you could even classify me as an Apple fanboy if you wanted to. I'm not a fanboy, I'm a fan, but when a fanboy, as you would probably say, or a fan, has a complaint about an Apple product, you better be damn sure that we are passionate about it because we know what Apple's capable of. I saw, like I said, 2 minutes of improvement with dead silence when I ran this in Mojave. Now that I'm running it in Catalina, it does nothing. Literally nothing. It is the most infuriating thing I have ever had to deal with any Apple products that I have ever purchased. So I guess what I'm saying is, Apple, get your shit together, please. There are people out there, like myself, who have very specific use cases for your products and for the products that you promote. And if you're not going to support it long enough, there are reasons why people switch over to PC. My entire workflow is so heavily integrated into macOS that I really can't switch over to PC. But I am more than capable of building a Hackintosh. In fact, I have a fully functional Hackintosh with a 580, 2 of them in it, that work perfectly fine. But you know what? Your optimization is why I keep coming back, because even with those 2 RX 580s, 2 of them in a freaking Hackintosh, because it wasn't built by Apple or optimized properly, my laptop is still almost as fast as a system like that. So get your shit together, or I'm switching to a Hackintosh. I know you really don't care at the end of the day, but come on, guys. $700, you're still selling it. And you have another one that I've read also has issues that is $1,200 in the same enclosure with a more powerful GPU. That is ridiculous. You need to get your shit together, please. This is insane. Anyway, guys, that was my rant. I'm very frustrated with the fact that I have to switch over to this because it literally slows down the way that I produce my videos, because I can have something rendering in the background and get it done quickly and still get another video recorded. I can't do that anymore. So now I have to wait until Apple fixes this. It's just, it's so irritating. Anyway, guys, I didn't mean for this to turn into an angry video, but it is an angry video because Apple is pissing me off with the way that they're handling this because they haven't done anything with it in the past 3 updates I've gotten from Mojave or Catalina. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching this rant, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment or like or subscribe or any of the things that would benefit me in the long run and benefit you guys, because I get to make more content like this. Hopefully not as angry though. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out my Twitter. I'm going to be making a Discord soon, so when that goes live, I'll put it in the description. And apart from that, I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully it'll be a happier one. Make sure to be there and have a good one. Hey guys, just hopping in at the end here. Thanks for watching through the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. I do still have merch. I've actually had it for quite a while, but not a lot of people know about it or care. And so if you guys want to support me or check it out just because it looks cool, go to the link in the description. You can see some of the designs I have, like the Steel Frodo in Steins Gate design, or even the Mob Psycho 100 design, and maybe even buy one if you like it, or don't. I cried myself to sleep at night anyway. So either way, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.